Welcome to the Explainer. We're all taught the same thing. If you want to make more money, you just have to work harder. But what if that's not the whole story? Today, we're going to dig into a pretty different idea, that money is actually a kind of energy, and you can learn how to attract it. So let's get into it. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to tear down that old myth that just working hard is going to make you rich. Then we'll talk about shifting your perspective to see a universe that's full of possibilities. After that, I'm going to share some really powerful techniques to get your own energy lined up with your financial goals. We'll even look at a cool way to reprogram your subconscious mind while you sleep. And finally, we'll tie it all together and talk about why action is still a huge piece of the puzzle. Okay, let's just dive right into the deep end here. We've heard it our whole lives. Work more hours, make more money. But is it really that simple? I mean, really think about it for a second. If wealth was purely about hard work, shouldn't the people with the most physically demanding jobs be the wealthiest people on the planet? But we know that's not how it works. So what's the missing piece? What's the secret ingredient some people seem to have figured out? Well, this is where it starts to get really interesting. What if money isn't just paper and coins? What if you start to see it as a type of energy? And like any energy, it actually responds to what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you truly believe. That one little shift in perspective, it can change everything. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. You see the old way on the left, more time, more money. But the new way, it's about aligned energy. It's not about working less, it's about adding your mental and emotional horsepower into the mix to create this powerful force that actually pulls wealth towards you. Okay, so if money is an energy, the big question is, how do we become a magnet for it? Well, the very first step is to completely change how we ask for it. And that all starts with believing that we live in a universe of abundance, not scarcity. I absolutely love this analogy. Just picture it. There's this infinite well of abundance out there. Are you showing up with a tiny little cup, hoping for a few drops? Or are you backing up a tanker truck, ready to receive a massive amount? The universe doesn't have a limited supply. The only limit is the size of our own ask. Seriously. Think about the people who have achieved incredible things. Did they play it safe? Did they limit their dreams to what seemed realistic? No way. They aimed for something huge, something that probably seemed crazy to everyone else. They understood that you have to think big, and it's time we do too. So thinking big is step one. But to really start attracting that abundance, we need to get our own personal energy on the same frequency. And there are two super powerful ways to do that: giving and gratitude. Now, I know, this one can feel totally backward. Wait, to get more, I have to give some away? But just think about it energetically. When we clutch our money tightly, afraid to let any of it go, we're basically sending out a signal of fear and lack. But when we give, even a little, we're telling the universe, hey, I trust that there's more where that came from. And the universe tends to prove us right. And here's the great news. You don't have to give away a huge chunk of your income. Even just setting aside a small, consistent percentage for a cause you care about can make a massive difference. It's like you're opening up a channel, and it allows more abundance to flow right back to you. Now, the second key here is gratitude. It sounds simple, but trust me, it is a total game changer. Every time you complain about a bill, you're literally pushing wealth away with that negative energy. But every time you feel genuinely thankful for the money you have, thankful for the roof over your head, the food on your table, you're basically becoming a magnet for more of it. All right, now for what might be the most hands-on technique we're going to talk about. A way to directly cap into your subconscious mind and program it for success, especially while you're sleeping. So here's why this is so cool. As you're drifting off to sleep, your conscious mind, the part of you that's always full of doubt and what-ifs, is getting sleepy too. It lowers its guard. And that is the absolute perfect time to feed your subconscious mind this new, powerful story of your abundant reality. You're basically rewiring your brain for success in your sleep. Okay, so here's a quicker, maybe a little more unconventional tip. Programming your water. The idea is simple. Before you drink a glass of water, just hold it for a second, think about your financial goal, and feel grateful for it as if it's already here. You're infusing the water with that intention. A little out there? Maybe, but it's a super fast way to keep your goal top of mind.
And there are tons of other little things you can do every day to keep this new mindset going. Little rituals like these can help keep your energy consistently aligned with where you want to go.
So after all this talk about energy and mindset, you might be thinking, great, so I can just sit on the couch, think positive thoughts, and wait for the money to show up? Not exactly. This is where the magic has to meet the real world. Let me be super clear about this, because it's probably the most important part. This is not about just wishing for $1 million. It's about combining the magic, that powerful, aligned mindset, with the logic of consistent, inspired action. It's about working hard, but in a way that feels energized and magnetic, not like a struggle. Think of it like this. Your hard work is the engine of a car. It's essential. You're not going anywhere without it. But your mindset, your belief, that's the supercharger. It's what takes your efforts and multiplies them, getting you to your goal way faster than you thought possible. You need both to really fly. So here's the bottom line. You are the one writing your financial story. It's not set in stone, and you can start a brand new chapter today, right now. All it takes is that powerful mindset combined with real inspired action. So go out there and create something amazing. Thanks for watching.